Welcome into the Fanspeak Network. I am your host, Justin Bruni. Joining me, as always, is my co-host and partner, Mr. Andrew, the TD King, Raub. Andrew, happy week 8. Everyone else, welcome to Degen Dads. Andrew, how we doing? How we feeling?
Good, buddy. Good. Yeah. Shows picks have been fairly good over the last few weeks. Last week, little down week. Still made money, as we were talking before the show. Had some good picks. We can't give them all out here on the show, so we had some picks that hit that weren't given out on the show. But nonetheless, we're still riding strong for the entire year. If you go back and track all the bets the entire year, we are still positive on the season, and I feel good about this week. We have National Tight End Week this week. Sure, we'll be talking about a few tight ends. I saw Mr. Gronkowski out there tweeting today about National Tight End Week and tagging his betting partner FanDuel. And I tweeted the gambling chat I'm in, or I texted everybody and was like, if he's tweeting this out, like, are we falling into the trap? Is it the trap tight end national week this year? Like, I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't. Last year we had such a banger year. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a lull, so I feel like you really got to be picky with your choosings of tight ends this week on how you want to play their props and their touchdowns.
How many touchdowns did you tell me you had? 5?
I have a total of 5 touchdowns. Yes.
Over under 2.5, chat. Over under 2.5 for tight ends, chat. Let's hear it. Let's hear it in the chat. What do you think? That's 5. I bring 3 every week. Andrew, he likes to double dip.
I like to party.
He likes to have a couple extra chips. Catching up with the chat here. Bounce back week. Yeah, I don't know what all this talk is. Bounce back week, and this like kind of bridge of like, oh yeah, the picks have they've been good for most of the season. No, we're dropping bangers every week. I don't know what you're talking about. Drop the highlight video. I dropped a 9-1 last week. Are you kidding me? A 7-leg 9-1. Put down 10, make 100. Put down 100, make 1,000. Are you kidding me?
Boom.
If you were there, you would have saw it. You would have bet it. You would have profited from it. Come on now.
It's a good time to remind everyone, if you haven't already, head over to Fanspeak, subscribe to our Degen subscription, $34.99, and for the entire year. That is all of our in-season content, bets, DFS, Battle Royale, and more. So if you want not only Bruni and I's bangers, but you want Steve and Meg's, head on over there. You see all of that every week before game time, as well as you can join us in the Discord, where we will bounce ideas off of each other, put some lottos in there for the island games. And so it's a good place to be. A lot of good community people in there throwing in their picks. So it's, you get the whole community feel of it, all the community picks. Head on over, sign up today so we can get you in the Discord and you can start chatting with us and winning with us.
Absolutely. And let's be sure to do our due diligence. Smash the like button, share the video, follow the Fanspeak Network if you already aren't. If you want to catch up with any more of the chat, they're all saying the over on your tight end touchdown picks.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Well, I'm not going to divulge it right now, but we will see.
We got Scott, the Wisconsin Florida Project guy, up in here.
Last week was down week because I was here. Jamie says over. Yeah. Mike Ross is well over.
There was no down week again. We hit Bruni's bold play of the week last week. All right. And we're back for more in week 8. Come on now.
Plus, I mean, we're still riding high from the Browns beating the Packers. I mean, if you were here, I told you how to make a boatload of money. That funded.
We give out weeks. Dogs. We give out dogs every week.
Come on.
The dogs are always dogs are hitting.
And obviously, we put together the chat parlay last week. That unfortunately did not come home.
We can talk about not being good. That's for sure.
We had a few stinkers in there, but half of it hit and half of it didn't. So you know what? 50-50, right? 50-50.
I think I was over 2. So sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Kendrick Bourne and Kyron Williams. Ugh, California boys are not doing it for me.
Yeah,
it's not good.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll be back tonight, and Bruni, I think before the show ends, we should put together a tight end parlay. But I honestly, when I was looking at the tight ends this week, there's a few of the favorites that I feel like good about hitting, but there's a couple of the not so obvious choices that are very interesting to add to cards, because you know how this is going to go for people, right? People want to bet all the favorite guys, right? I don't feel like that's not going to come home this week. Feel like you got to really dive deep a little bit here and pick some of those guys that are not.
Not.
I mean, there's a couple, and we'll get to that when we go over the parlay. But there's a few that are really interesting.
All right, very good. I'm ready to get to player props if you are.
Yeah, man. I'm always ready, son. As you can say, I was born ready, and here we go. On to the player props. Bruni, since I do have 5 and you said you have 3, I will go first. First one up here. No Mr. Josh Palmer for the Buffalo Bills. They go against the Carolina Panthers this week. Total right now sitting at 46.5. Bernie, do you know that the Panthers run it's either the most or the second most zone in the entire National Football League?
Time for Josh Allen to run.
No, I mean, that's a good angle too. I did look at that, but that's not the angle I'm taking here. But with no Josh Palmer there, I feel like Khalil Shakir is going to just see a small uptick in opportunities here. Since they do run a ton of zone, Shakir absolutely feasts against a zone defenses. So I'm going to take his over 46.5 receiving yards. Shop that. I did see there were some 45, and I don't know what all books people have, but there were some 45.5s out there as well. So shop that. If you can grab that, I'd grab that too. But yeah,
that's even money.
It's minus 110.
Okay, nice.
But it feels like the opportunities are going to be there for him. You know, he's you know, obviously the best receiver that they have. You know, Keon Coleman's there, but he's not really like fully established himself.
He's been quiet. Yeah.
Shakir and Josh Allen are buddies, right? So I feel like Josh Allen's going to look his way. You know, he's probably going to get somewhere in the 8 target range, I would imagine. So if he catches 5, 6 of these balls, I feel like 46.5 is very obtainable for him. So I will go ahead and take that 46.5.
It's a low number. It's a lower number than my first number. I've got T. Higgins over 55.5 receiving yards in week 8 versus the Jets. With Joe Flacco, he's hit this number in back-to-back weeks, averaging 78 receiving yards through the last 2 weeks. Like the Bengals a lot in week 8, I'm favoring the number of T. Higgins over, the high, threshold of Jamar Chase, right? Just buying down the discount of T. Higgins. Both of these guys have looked really good. He found him for a touchdown last week. Also feel like a low number I'm getting here with the potential for this offense. Flacco could potentially throw for 300 plus yards on this Jets defense. They look putrid. While their defense has been able to hold off teams, their offense isn't doing anything. They've only scored like 17 points in the last 2 weeks. It just puts the other team's offense in a really good spot. I see Higgins potentially clearing this one by halftime, and that is paying minus 110.
Nice. I love Higgins as well. I'm sure his name will pop back up in this stream. Mike Rob says, Bruni, how about we run back your bet with my Raub brother versus Ravens and Bears? You win. I do $10 pick 'em on UD for you and Andrew only. And if I win, chat does a pick 'em on you.
I don't understand the bet, but I'm in.
He's essentially saying it's straight up Ravens versus Bears. So if the Bears win, Mike Rob's going to do a $10 pick 'em for you and I. So if it cashes, you and I cash. If the Ravens win, then you got to do a $10 pick 'em for the chat.
Sure.
Okay. It's done. It's done. I love it. All right. Second prop for me. Insert Ravens Bears game. Insert now Lamar Jackson back into the fold. We saw him out there all by him lonesome self in Florida, grabbing some grub late at night. May or may not have been hitting the ganja. We don't know. I mean, his eyes said a story. The way he was talking said a story.
I think the double order.
The amount of
full takeout containers, I think, was probably a tall tale sign as well.
It appeared, for those of us who may have been herbologists at some point in our life, we know what that looks like. It may or may not have been, but he looks to be back in the lineup this week, and we know Lamar Jackson likes to run the ball. I looked at his rushing line. It is 27.5. That is very, very low for Lamar Jackson. Now, Granted, he is coming back from injury, but low number. The risk here is Harbaugh probably doesn't want him to run that much. I mean, coming back from hamstring injury, you don't really want that from your running quarterback. But Lamar Jackson's a baller. His baller instincts cannot be denied.
There's no leash. There's no leash on Lamar.
It shouldn't be. No.
Yeah.
Like if they're okay with him playing, then they have to be okay with him running a little bit.
Then he needs to be full capability for him to play. Because I mean, he's the franchise. Clearly, look at what they are without him, right? So there's no reason whatsoever when you're 1-5. I get it. You want to come back. Still a tough division right now. I think to come back in, with the way that the Bengals were able to level up with Flacco, he's keeping them in games. Going to be a problem for some guys in the division down the stretch. I think they don't need to rush him back. There's really no big point. I mean, are they really trying to salvage this season? Feels doable with how many games you get now. Starting off 1-5, it's more doable with the extra game, but I don't know. I think it's tough in that division.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, obviously they need to have him back in there because we see what the Ravens look like without Lamar Jackson, and it's just not pretty. So I think, again, like his baller instincts are going to kick in. 27.5. I feel like we're just getting such a gift right now with 27.5. Now, granted, like I said, the injury could be a real thing, and they just tell him like, hey man, we don't want you running. Throw that ball away if you feel like you have to run. I just don't think that that's going to be the case. And with such a low number, honestly, like Lamar, he can bust one out for 16, 17 yards pretty easily. The Bears defense have been getting pressure as of late on quarterbacks. So I mean, again, this is probably going to be an organic, kind of running day for Lamar Jackson. So I'll take the short number of 27.5.
Yeah. The talk in the building is we want to be as legally physical as possible. That's not what you want to hear for the opponent. It's like, we're just thinking of every legal way to punish you, meaning we're pushing the rules. We're pushing the limits. I also have a rushing quarterback up. We've got Jalen Hurts over 210 passing yards. He's hit this 3 weeks in a row, put up 283 on the Giants just 2 weeks ago. Not saying that they're going to win. I think we actually could see a close game. Maybe the Giants wind up covering. Going to stay away. No A.J. Brown. Still no problem. I trust him to bring home this number. It's really low in comparison to his production in the last 3 weeks. And the rushing game just hasn't been there. Hasn't been there for Saquon. Hasn't been there for Hurts, through the last 3 to 4 weeks. I'm trusting that narrative to play same in week 8. Give me over 210 passing yards, minus 110. 4-3 on the season to that number.
Have you looked, since there is no A.J. Brown, have you looked at the numbers for the secondary wide receiver pieces outside of Devontae Adams by any chance?
I'd lay some shekels on some Dallas Goedert.
Okay, so you would take the Goddard side of it. Like they don't have, at least not on FanDuel right now, they don't have numbers for like Dotson or any of those guys. I would just be curious to know like what those are. Do you think that we can get an uptick in targets for Saquon because his over is only 15.5?
And that's what I was going to go to is I would get something like some buy downs, right? So like we were kind of like if it was an island game, we buy down maybe Devontae to like 60 because I know his number is going to be juiced now. Maybe you throw in like a 40 or a 30 for Goddard and a 15 for Barkley, comboed with whatever, you want to do with, Jalen Hurts rushing or passing. I would recommend going after his passing because even if you bought down his yards to 200 or 190, you're going to be adding a good amount of juice to that card and getting some better odds.
Did I say Devontae Adams? I thought I just said Devontae.
AJ Brown? What?
No, when I said about looking at Devontae, did I say Adams by accident? If I did, I meant Devontae Smith, obviously, but I'm pretty sure I thought I just said Devontae. I know Jamie's pointing out. He said, when did Devontae Adams become an Eagle?
Maybe I said Devontae Adams.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe Jamie can tell us. I don't
know. We know Jamie's an herbologist, so maybe he's just Lamar Jackson right now. All right. Next one up for me, Bruni. Last time I gave an under out on the show, it hit. We're going to run another under back. Give me Ramondre Stevenson, under 50.5 rushing yards. The Browns' rush defense has been stout. Stevenson is 4-1 to the under on this number in last 5. I'm not sure what I'm missing here. What do the books know that I don't? Like, why is he 50.5? It should be lower. Browns run defense is good, and he's
do you know what his average is?
Let me pull up his game log here. And I can tell
I have
you
it right here. So he's coming off a game where he hit 88.
Yeah, against the Titans.
Right. I'm just telling you, like the numbers, that's where I'm starting off. So we came off a game of 88 and then 18, 14, 38, 18, 54 week 2 against Miami. So another really bad matchup. And you're right. Yeah, Cleveland's been really good up against the run. But I think where he's been more consistent when the run game hasn't been there per the game log is the receiving. Like he has multiple games over 30 plus yards. When the rushing game like hasn't been there. The Miami game was probably his best game of the season.
Yeah, I just I don't understand the number. Number off, that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, like the Browns defense has been very stout against running backs. I don't understand the number, so I will hurry up and take that. I think I saw some places that 48.5, some 49.5. BetMGM had 50.5. And I can obviously use that book. So I took the 50.5. But honestly, play 49, 48.5, play 49. I don't think he's getting there. I really don't. I mean, that's a high number for a man who has hit it once in the last 5 games.
I do like the Patriots a lot this week, but no investment in Stevenson whatsoever.
No.
All right, next up, I have another quarterback. Revenge game, Andrew. We're going 200 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. We're getting plus 120 odds for Aaron Rodgers in prime time at home in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. Not sure if you saw what he did to the Jets. 4 tutties, 238 passing yards, no interceptions. Looking to see what he has in store for Green Bay. Hits his number in 3 of his last 4 games as well.
Revenge, baby. Revenge.
We got Tim D in the chat asking about Andy Dalton and McMillan this week. I'm not trusting it. I don't think that Dalton is a viable starter. He did make, Deontay Johnson look pretty good last year. That was weird. I mean, Andrew, are you going after any Xavier Legette props this week?
I mean, he's at least interesting. He just had a career day, and honestly, they're getting a quarterback upgrade. I mean, Andy Dalton, quarterback upgrade to Bryce Young. No offense to Bryce Young, but Andy Dalton has been around the league. I don't think he lights anybody up. I just think that all of them are you think he's going to spread the ball around. I don't think he's lighting up one guy or another. But I do think Andy Dalton is serviceable this week. Yeah, I mean, if you want to maybe take some of their numbers down and pair them together, I think that's an okay way to play it. I would rather play Legette over McMillan personally in this, if you're looking at some props. But, yeah, I think Andy Dalton's going to be perfectly fine.
What else you got? That was my last one.
Oh, yes. All right. Next one up for me. This man has come alive as of recently. Okay. Give me Mr. Chase Brown, longest rush over 11.5. Brown has been running much better as of late. He has this over versus the Packers and versus the Steelers. Jets defense, not inspiring. Definitely not as good as the Packers or Steelers. I believe the Bengals will be leading in the game, and that should give Brown plenty opportunities to run the ball. I thought about taking his over-under of the total rush yards, but honestly, the Jets are so bad that I feel like he really can just break 1 or 2 out for more than 11.5 yards. So I went that route, but if you want to take total yards, I think that's fine too. He looked really good. Over the last couple of weeks, he's just looked much better. And I think that they have a confidence booster with Joe Flacco in here. Offense is running better. That's going to extend the drives as well. So I'll take Mr. Chase Brown, longest rush over 11.5.
What was his rushing yards at 50 or 55?
Let me see.
It wasn't that bad.
No,
I don't love him for fantasy this week, but the yardage doesn't
54.5.
That's not bad.
So yeah, if you want to take that, that's fine by me as well. I think both them. I feel like he really can just get the 11.5. I honestly, if he's going to get it, I think we're going to get it kind of quickly in this matchup as well. But yeah, it's a nice matchup for him against the Jets.
And that was your last one, correct?
Nope, one more.
Okay, what you got?
Last one, we talk about tight ends. I gotta throw one in the props. This man, I'm gonna give you the stats. You tell me the tight end, okay?
Got it.
14 catches on 16 targets for 154 yards over the last 2 games.
How many touchdowns?
I don't think he has a touchdown. Hold on. Let me
14 for 16. I mean, it's really, really vague.
Hold Hold on, let me see if he does have a touchdown. I don't think he did.
And what's the yardage total?
No touchdown. He has no touchdowns on the season so far. 154 yards on 16 targets for 14 catches. No touchdowns.
That's Kate Otten.
No.
Oh, he had wait. How many targets was it
over the last 2 weeks? 16.
Yeah. Oh fuck, no. Kate Otten was 15. Fuck.
And this man is going to be playing without his number one wide receiver this week.
Also, Kate Otten.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true too. Though Egbuka kind of.
Okay, so give me.
I think you like this tight end.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like the games and the tight ends. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing right now. It's just like, I don't know. Well, let's hear it. I thought Kate Otten was a good guess.
It's Mr. Dalton Schultz. Mr. Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, okay. I like Dalton Schultz, but it's just not, and it makes sense because there's nobody there.
There's nobody there. His over-under is 45.5. Okay, so they're playing the Niners again. We got no Fred Warner. The Niners linebackers are middling at best. And again, like Nico Collins probably not going to play in the game. It looks like he's a true game time decision. But I mean, is he out?
He's out.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't see
him and Christian Kirk are both out.
Yeah, like I just it's a lot. There's nobody there to throw to. I mean, the rookies are going to get a lot of looks.
I don't hate targeting maybe like Hutch, like Xavier Hutchinson. He Stroud tends to look his way, in these moments. Hope the number's not expensive. I'd probably buy it down and put it with something else. Probably not even with the Texans because I don't like the Texans this week.
Okay. I think the Texans I think are going to surprise some people here.
I like this. I like the spot for Schultz. I can agree with you with that. He's him.
He's the guy.
Woody Mark, Xavier Hutchinson. Who am I missing? Jalen Noel.
I mean, Jalen Noel, Jaden Higgins. Like
Jaden Higgins has been doing. He's been doing nothing.
Yeah, he's got some targets, but he hasn't put a ton of production up there.
No. I had to start him in one league. Buys, injuries. It was not pretty. Pretty sure it was the one that you're in with me. Yeah, this last week, 0 for 3.
He's got 7 targets over the last 2 games. So he's had targets, but
he didn't have any production in the last game. He put up a goose.
I know. Well, I'm just saying. Well, now, I mean, he's at least getting targets now. Granted, he didn't put it together, but this is all leading to why I like Dalton Schultz. I just feel like the numbers are kind of short for what he's been doing over the last couple of weeks. And I know they don't want to make a tight end number very high, so just feel like we can take advantage of the 45.5.
I agree. I'm right. Lockstep, Dalton Schultz.
Let's see here. What's BetMGM 52.5 for T-Mac earlier? Probably hit that over. Like the Schultz bet too per meg. 40.5 is a bet, especially if you can find minus 110 or minus 115. Yeah, I don't know. Good spot for him. Okay, that does it for the props segment. Bruni, where do you want to go? Anytime TDs or our segment?
Let's do the segment pick.
All right, Bruni, since you won your segment last week, why don't you hit us with it first?
We're bringing it right back. We're going 8 legs this week. Over 19.5 points total. We've got the Bills, 27.8 points scored per game, going up against Carolina, allowing 21.7 per game. Bears scoring 25.3. Baltimore leading the league, 32.3, most points allowed. Bengals only 19.4, but Andrew, do you know how many points the Bengals scored in the last 2 weeks?
A boatload.
60. Going up against the Jets, who have allowed 26 points per game. Patriots, they're scoring 25.9, so nearly 26. Cleveland allowing 21.7. 49ers only scoring 20.7 points per game, but going up against the Houston Texans, lowly team, good defense, 14.7 points allowed per game. Could be sweating this one. Trusting Stroud isn't going to get it done. We're going to get a lot of shots for the Niners. Steelers, 25 points per game with the Packers, allowing 20 points per game. And then the Buccaneers, 24.9 points per game. Saints allowing 26.5 points per game. This is paying plus 1140. $100 pays $1,240. Again, over 19.5. We've got the Bills, the Bears, the Bengals, the Patriots, the 49ers, the Steelers, and the Bucks. Let's get it.
Okay. I mean, running it back, man. I mean, going back to the well. Let's see if you can go 2 in a row on the over 19.5 points.
I'm going to be super pissed off because if I did the Hundy back to back, I'd be at $100,000. Just kidding. It's 10,000.
Yeah, but nonetheless, you would feel like you won 100. All right. Andrew's D play of the week. What does D stand for this week? D stands for double the field goals, double the fun. We are taking five kickers to go over 1.5 field goals. This is paying 18 to 1.
Do you have to buy any of them down?
No.
Okay, so they're all just straight. Okay.
All straight over 1.5 field goals. Okay. Again, 18 to 1 here. So we got Andre Borregales. Is that how you say it? Borregales is the New England kicker?
Andrew, I don't know who that is.
It's the New England's kicker.
Okay. That's good for him.
I think it's Borregales.
The only kicker league I'm in is your league, Andrew. That's the only kicker league I'm in.
Hey, kickers matter, damn it. Kickers matter. This is going to be no surprise to people. So again, first off, Andre Borregales is the New England Patriots kicker over 1.5 field goals. Will surprise nobody. Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals. Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals. Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals. And Blake Group, or Group E, as some people like to call him, over 1.5 field goals. So again, that is the New England Patriots kicker, the Texans kicker, the Broncos kicker, the Eagles kicker, and the Saints kicker. Over 1.5 field goals. That is 18 to 1. You're welcome, America. Kickers matter. Kickers matter.
I'm not saying that they don't. I just don't use them in fantasy, and most people don't anymore because of this straight up craziness. Like, what is it? When I started Dan Carlson, somewhere, and he put up 0 because they didn't do anything. He didn't score any points. What the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, we'll be laughing to the bank when this one hits. All right.
I hope I'm doing the same. Hope I'm doing the same this week.
Bruni, and you know what? I'm going to put, there's going to be a parlay of all your things and all my kickers just together. Everything. You know what? It probably won't let me.
So mine's 8, and then you have what, 5? So it will.
Yeah, 5. No. I don't think it will let me double down on kicking field goals and the over points. I'll have to see.
Only one way to find out. Someone will let you do it. Someone will let you do it.
Someone will let me do it.
Someone will let you do it. For a new ESPN bet. They're like, only if you put $20 on
it. Kicking bets for the win. You're welcome. Okay. Our segments for the week have been distributed. On to
watch out! He's got getting away from the top speed. Touchdown!
Anytime touchdowns. Here we go. Okay, I got 5. You said you got 3, correct?
Hit it.
All right. I will start us off. Mr. Guy who could have scored 2, but chose team over personal. He knew that if he got down, the team was winning that game. Mr. T. Higgins, plus 120 on the week. Could have got 2, got 1 last week. Chose team over himself. I absolutely love it. They're going to reward him once again with another touchdown. Was going to be my treasure chest pick, but Steve went and grabbed Chase. I don't think I want to throw them both in there, though I do think they both score. Feels like a lot for the touchdown treasure chest. So we didn't go that route, but I will put it on my card this week. Love T. Higgins to find himself another touchdown.
Yeah, like it. All the reasons that we brought up the Bengals this week.
Yes, sir.
Jets are toast. Who do you think's quarterback? Is it gonna be Fields just because Tyrod's hurt? Is Tyrod practicing?
I do think it's gonna be Fields. It's so funny after what
you gotta love how he's just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that guy. He's a piece of shit. Like, I come from like a military family. My father said way worse things about me than that old white guy. Please.
It was funny though that he said all that, and then they're like, "Yeah, Tyrod's injured."
Yeah.
So
and then Justin Fields is like, "Yeah, I don't have social media." So like a reporter told him about it. Like he's like, "Yeah, I didn't know about that. Like you're telling me for the first time."
Yep. Who says Bengals at 26.5 total.
Yeah, I have them down to 19.5. So in that card, like there's a bunch of buy downs. Like the Bills are a big buy down. The Bucks. I think the 49ers are pretty close to even. The Bengals are close to even money. And yeah, even the Bears are a buy down too. So
nice.
All right.
First up for
My
you.
first touchdown. My first touchdown. Been a lot of chatter. Been a lot of talk about tight ends. We are going with Cade Otton. 9 targets last week, 15 targets in the last 2 weeks. You almost had me there, you son of a bitch. Plus 165, Cade Otton. The role's elevated. I mean, he is a legitimate tight end 1 candidate in week 8 with Mike Evans out, with Chris Godwin out. Obviously, you have Igbuka there, but after that, you still have no Bucky Irving. You don't have a run-heavy game that you can really rely on. You have to throw the ball. We're going to get down to the red zone this week. He's going to score his first touchdown of the season on National Tight Ends Week. We are riding with Cade Otton plus 165 ATD.
I like it. He was one of the guys I looked at that is not an obvious pick, but has some interesting odds this week to grab himself a touchdown, as you alluded to, would be first on the season.
You mentioned the Panthers earlier, not an official pick, but Dawson Knox. You're kind of banging this ambiguous, secondary tight end drum here. Maybe some Dawson Knox because Dalton Kincaid's on 100%. And Josh Allen and Dawson Knox, they're pretty close.
They're boys.
For a while. He's been there a while, right?
They're boys. Yeah. Dawson Knox knows how to catch a touchdown.
I might grab him for 2. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I think we've seen it.
Him and Cade Otton for 2 each.
I'm gonna look up right now if there's a way I can find. I almost feel like Dawson Knox has been like a tight end day beneficiary. Let me see this really quick. Go ahead with your pick.
All right. Next up for me, we're staying right at the tight end. So for those counting, this is tight end number 1 for me. The guy who embodies and inspires National Tight End Day. The guy that went up to the podium last week after the game and said, sorry, fantasy managers, sorry, bettors, blame Kyle Shanahan. This week on National Tight End Day, I really feel like they're going to go ahead and reward Mr. George Kittle with a touchdown. George Kittle is plus 185 to find the end zone. Again, he is Mr. Tight End Day. I really feel like they're going to give him some opportunities to find pay dirt. And I love the plus money here for Mr. George Kittle. Bad week last week. He rebounds a little bit here. Maybe not so much in the receiving yards section because the Texans are fairly good at shutting down tight ends. But when you get around the goal line, everyone's going to be focusing on CMC. Mr. George Kittle is going to sneak himself out and grab himself a touchdown. George Kittle plus 185.
Says he hit one last year. Dawson
Nice.
Knox.
That's what's up.
No, Kittle's a great pick. He's a top tight end in the league. It's National Tight Ends Week. He runs tight end Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Got to happen. Someone that's leading the tight end chart this year, Andrew, from a tight end from the Penn State.
Oh, the Penn State. Okay.
Man, that's such a letdown. I thought for sure you'd nail that.
Sorry. You should have said Mackey Award-winning tight end.
Tyler Warren plus 105. But in straight weeks, he might be the best pass catcher right now for the team, constantly helping him move the chains.
Might be.
Michael Pittman's doing a good job still. Still touchdowns, there. But Dan Jones is looking to Tyler Warren for a first read a lot. That's what you like to see out of him. The production is still there for Pittman for sure. And, even some of these other guys like Alec Pierce, I think led the team in receiving yards last week. I'm like him for a little, longest reception play this week. Titans, yikes. Not much to bet on in that game though. They just, 14-point spread, bastards. Love Tyler Warren in this one. Might even score 2 because it's National Tight End Week. I'm going to go with the 1 ATD plus 105 for Tyler Warren.
Nice. I love it. Love me some Penn State tight ends. Love me Mr. Tyler Warren. But speaking of a Penn State tight end, then also transferred to Oregon, Jonnu Smith scored his first touchdown last week. But did you know they played the Packers, and the Packers have allowed the 3rd most touchdowns to tight ends this year with 5. Jonnu plus
question before you
245. I won't lie. I had a hard time picking a Penn State tight end to score. It was either him or Freiermuth. I went with Jonnu because we saw it first last week. Freiermuth's second touchdown, kind of fluky, obviously on that long touchdown, catch there. But I'm going to stick with Jonnu Smith just because they look to him first in the at red zone for the first touchdown. So I'll take that, Mr. Jonnu Smith plus 245. Shout out Penn State. Let's go.
I'm into it.
Let's do it. That's 2 tight ends for those counting.
I also have 2 as well. Tyler Warren, K. Dotton. But why stop there? 3 for 3 for me. I don't know about 5 for 5 for you, but I'm going Travis Kelce minus 110. Anytime tutty. Feels free. Only has 2 touchdowns on the season. He actually led the team somehow in receiving yards last week. I don't even know how that's possible on 3 catches for Travis Kelce, but he did it. Only 3 targets, only 3 catches last week. Going to be a big week for him on National Tight Ends Day. Going to find the touchdown. Also a candidate for 2.
I love it. Sorry, I was just looking some stuff up here as well. Okay, on to my next one. Give me Mr. J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, running back.
I know. I get it, right?
Against the Cowboys?
Yes. The Cowboys defensive line and the Broncos offensive line, very different. Broncos offensive line, definitely better than the Cowboys defensive line. I feel like we're going to get a little bit of a back and forth here. I think a lot of people are going to go to the wide receivers in this game and the tight ends in this game. Feel like it's a nice time to pivot off of that and go to the running backs here. I'm going to take Dobbins. I feel like this probably comes on a less than 5-yard touchdown. And it feels good for Dobbins this week. He hasn't found pay dirt in a little bit here. Feels like a nice way to do it, against the Cowgirls, and also one of the, if not the highest point total on the week. So definitely touchdowns to be scored in this game. I'll just take the short number at the minus 110 on Dobbins.
What about Harvey?
Yeah, I know a lot of people like Harvey, but
stealing them touchdowns.
Let's go.
That's right. Let's fly.
That's right. You don't have any more. All right. On to my last one. It is my touchdown treasure chest pick. Give me Mr. Saquon Barkley. He didn't find pay dirt against the Giants last time. Revenge can't be held down always.
I'm always into revenge. Revenge.
And, I really did think about Hurts. Hurts did score against the Giants last time. I don't know if you remember. They ran it 4 times in a row on the tush push. I do think that they want to reward Barkley a little bit here. And he hasn't really been very good this year. And he came up and he told the people that, to blame him for the running back woes in Philadelphia. So he's taking the blame right now. That's a nice thing to do as a teammate, right? And I think coaches see that, and he's not shitting on the offensive coordinator, though the offensive coordinator is a complete idiot. But I think that they're going to allow Saquon to have a few opportunities to score this week. And again, it's minus 140 for a reason. I think that, when you look at that number, you're like, he hasn't really found pay dirt in a lot. That seems a little odd. I think so as well, which is why I want to take it. I think Vegas knows that he's getting one in this week, especially with no AJ Brown there. That's one less mouth to feed. Give me Saquon Barkley minus 140.
Can never hate betting against Saquon Barkley. So
that's right. Saquon's awesome. We love it. Okay, so that was all of our touchdowns for the week, Brune Dog. And here we go. Bing. Oh, that tune just gets me jazzed up. All right, we both have 3 ATS. Bruni, lead us off, dog.
Hit it last week. Going back to the well. Patriots -7. Not trusting Cleveland to put up the same amount of points here. Patriots are scoring points in the bunches in the grouping of that 8-team parlay for the 20-plus points because, again, they're averaging nearly 26 points per game. This team not only scores points, but they cover the spread. 5-2 on the season and undefeated against the spread on the road. Cleveland 2-5 on the spread. Not a team you can trust.
Yeah, cosign. That's my first one as well. Patriots -7. Patriots defense is playing pretty well. All the talk is going to be about the Browns defense, which Browns defense is very good, but Patriots defense is also very good. And if you look at the stats on Drake May versus Dylan Gabriel, striking difference there. So I'll take the quarterback upgrade over Dylan Gabriel there with Drake May and trust that they will find a way to score enough points to cover this -7.
Browns by 20. Great. Good job, Andrew. Thanks for that.
What do you mean? It's good when we're together.
I'm just kidding. Next up, I've got another team, again, been scoring a lot of points. The Bengals, like I said, put up 60 in the last week. The Jets have put up 17. That's lopsided. I don't care if it's going to be Fields and he has some, dynamics to his game where he can run, he can extend plays. I don't care. I still don't think he has anyone to throw to other than Mason Taylor. It's a good matchup for tight ends, but not a game where even if Mason Taylor went, 10 for 146 and a touchdown, that it's going to be enough to keep up with the Bengals offense that is now competent under the quarterback tutelage of Joe Flacco. I mean, he's brought them back to life. If the offense has life, defense can rest a little bit more. A bad defense that gets a little bit more rest, gets a little bit more juice, gets a little bit more life. And that's just how things go. Like you even saw, the Ravens, they put up a prideful defensive showing, before the bye. We talked about that. It just happens. You can see some of these guys turn the corner a little bit, but you have to have some juice. You have to have something pushing you along. Joe Flacco on the offense now can do that. I'm expecting them to separate themselves early in this one. Not sure what the first half spread is, but I would be willing to cover that as well. High confidence in the Bengals. I would even buy it up to 10, the Bengals this week.
Nice. I like to hear that because Bengals are my survivor pick this week in my survivor pool. So let's go Bengals. All right. Second one up for me here. Give me the Panthers +7.5. Bills coming to town. Bills off a bye. That is a little scary. I won't lie. The Bills off a bye, a little scary. But I think a lot of people are going to be on the Bills. I mean, we've seen them falter in games. We've seen them allow points to be scored on that defense. Josh Allen's a baller. We know that. They're going to get theirs. But I think the Panthers can hold their own in this. They're pretty good against, running backs. They run the ball extremely well. And the Bills, allow a lot of running backs to gain yardage against them. I think that the Panthers will keep this. I don't think the Panthers win, but I do think that they can keep this within the 7.5, especially at home dogs. They know this is a big game for them with the Bills coming to town. So Andy Dalton's going to be out there red rifling all over the place. And I just think that they keep it close. I don't think that this number should be 7.5 with the way that the Panthers have been playing as of recent. And I do think the Bills will be a public favorite. So give me the Panthers +7.5.
I saw the number at 7, and I'll tell you what, I was telling Andrew before the show started, I really refined the picks, refined the numbers throughout. I threw out, garbaged the Bills -7.
That's good. I like it.
Just saying, we're right here. We're right here.
Like it.
Good things are happening. Good things are happening. Smash the like button. Do your job.
Boom.
Do your job. My last one up here, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -4.5. The Bears covered -4.5 last week. Just trusting the matchup up against the Saints. Tampa 3-1 ATS on the road, 5-2 ATS on the season. They're covering the spread. They're winning games, even without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Trusting that Baker's going to pull through. MVP candidate for the season. He's going to put up yardage. They're going to put up points. Going to easily clear that 4.5 point spread on the road.
Man, we are in Spottico. That is my last one as well. Bucks. You can find 3.5, by the way. It is out there in the wild. If you are using, and if you aren't, you should be using propspot.ai. I went over there and they have a, last year they didn't have it. This year they do have it. They have a team section now where you can go in and look at the teams. You can look at the ATS, money line, all that. And it will show you all the books that are offering it and what the lines are. There is 3.5s out in the wild. So
where's it at? 3.5.
Hold on. Let me, I'll go to PropSpot right now and tell you.
Like MGM or
Let me look here. Let's see. So Prospa, you go to, instead of players, you go to teams
Barstool.
and pull it up here. Let's see.
They may not have Barstool in there actually.
So when you go to the spread, right now, BetMGM does have it at 3.5. You can also get it. There's like a couple other places that I don't recognize these books. Oh, Caesars 3.5 as well. If you're using Bovada,
you ever bet at Caesars?
no.
Yeah, I use a promo thing and then said peace.
Fanatics, if you haven't joined that yet, that's there. But yeah, so BetMGM is the one that I utilize, and they have it currently -3.5 at -110. So striking difference.
Fair.
Love it.
I wanna take the Bears to cover 6.5, but I just can't give them out. Can't make it an official pick. 3 weeks in a row. We've covered.
We've covered. Let's ride.
I'm not going to do it again. It's not an official pick, but plus 6.5. 4-0 the last 4 weeks. Ben Johnson feeling himself. Come on.
Yeah. Do you think that do you think that they're going to be a public favorite?
Who?
The Bears.
Well, they can't be. They're plus 6.5. They can't be a public. It's
no,
like
they
plus
can be
240.
They can be a public favorite, meaning that the public majority bets on them versus the Ravens.
I would assume the juice would come down then. Right now they're plus 240. If you're a public favorite, you typically don't get plus 200 odds.
You can still get that. I think you're missing. It's a public favorite means that it's bet on.
I understand what you're saying. Let me see.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Do you think more of the bets come in on the Bears versus? I'd be interested to know that, because
it says right now, and I just refreshed it because I had one of these things up checking this. It was at 63%. It's down to 61.
Okay, so a little bit.
So losing sentiment.
Yep.
But that's also based on a 7-point spread.
Okay.
And I've only seen the number at 6.5.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's just like I don't know what to think of that game.
I wouldn't have thought that the way that I've heard everyone talking about the Ravens, and that doesn't scare me. Like, I will have money on the Bears money line. I will have money on them on the spread. That's just a fact. That's my way of life. I don't understand where all this critiquing is coming from. Like, the Ravens are just going to light them up, though. Like, the defense is the worst in the league, allowed most points per game, casualties on the ground, casualties in the secondary, and the Bears are putting up 25 a game right now. Their offense is rolling. So I don't think that it's an easy just come in and shut out the Bears game.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Like, I'm probably not going to bet the game at all, just because I don't really know what to think with Lamar back in now. Like, is it, rock and roll, ready to go, or are we going to get a week of Ravens still ass? Like, I really have no idea. It's tough.
I mean, it could just be a good game. There could just be offense on both sides, and the Bears just cover a spread that's just not appropriately, numbered. I mean, it should be like 3. I feel like Bears have been playing well. I don't know why they'd be 6.5 point underdogs or 7-point underdogs when they've won 4 games in a row. Like, I don't get that.
Yeah, it does feel odd that it is +7. Like, kind of feels trappy a little bit, but
yeah, maybe Vegas knows the Bears are going to lose by 12, but then I'll be losing by 12.
Then I'll be sad.
It was a good 4 weeks. We had a good run. It's all over now.
Okay, so that covers ATS for us, correct?
That's right.
All right, let's go barking. Dogs. All right, Bruni. You said you got trace of these?
Yep.
Okay, well, you lead us off. I only got one.
First up, 49ers plus 105. I trust Shanahan. I don't trust Stroud whatsoever. The Houston defense has been good, but they just let up 28 to the Seahawks when they've been averaging, like I said, 14 points against per game. That's a pretty big let up. And again, to me, it's because the offense just hasn't been efficient. When you're constantly giving the ball back to the other team, your defense is going to be tired. They're going to be weak. They're not excited. They're not juiced up because the offense isn't doing anything. It deflates the team overall. So riding high with the 49ers this week. Also like them on the spread. at plus 1.5, but I'm going after the plus money. Give me plus 105. CMC is going to carry him to a victory. Easy cash here, in my opinion.
Okay. The number like feels odd to me, which makes me want to take the Texans.
I don't know why the Texans are favored.
Yeah,
because they've had a good defense. Like that's it. Like 25 touches for CMC. Then I guess. Like, oh no.
Yeah, it does feel weird. I'm not going to touch it, but the line stinks, which tells me that I should take the Texans minus 2.5. It just feels like, the Niners shouldn't be dogs in this, but I don't know. Feels weird. Vegas, what the hell do they know? All right.
In that game, by the way, you remember when I gave you the percentage of the public for the Bears?
Yeah.
Versus Baltimore. So 86% on the 49ers. 86.
Yeah, like that's what could go wrong, right? All right, so my one and only dog this week is a home dog. Mr. Mike Tomlin, pretty good as a home dog. Packers coming to town. Last time I chose against the Packers was with the Browns. Give me the Steelers. Plus, you have 136. I had it at 128. Regardless, give it to me. Mike Tomlin, very good when he's a home dog. And again, this is an Aaron Rodgers non-revenge game. Right, sure. Rodgers is getting up for this game. I don't care what he says. And Steelers are, they're kind of rolling right now a little bit. They got some confidence. I feel like the Packers are a little overrated. And again, you're coming to town. Like I don't get the number. I think that I think this should be closer to a pick 'em. Packers are good, but Steelers at home dogs. I'll take it.
No, lockstep, right there with you. All the same reasons, like not a revenge game. Shut the fuck! Like, come on now.
Yeah,
it's against my religion to attack people like that. Like I can't do that anymore. Took some drugs as a gateway to kindness. Yeah. All right, last one up here. It's an official pick. Get the fuck out of here. Bears all day. Let's go. Bears by 20. Let's roll.
He said it's official pick. Setting up. I thought you were going to say Commanders.
What are we talking about, though? What are we talking about? They're going to roll them. Come on. Sorry, I wanted to have a little bit of build up to that. Oh,
gotcha.
Can't do it. Oh, okay. No way. Yeah, no. Bears by 20. Bears by $1 billion.
Okay. All right.
Where are you going to run, Lamar? Where are you going to run? Where?
I don't know. Hopefully over 27.5 yards.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem.
I'll take that.
Yeah, no Roshan this week. Jamie saying rest in peace, Roshan.
God.
It makes sense he had to move on to Harold Fannon's mom instead. You know, like Roshan's not bringing any money.
Rough. All right. I got no other dogs. You don't got any other dogs, right?
No, that's it.
So that concludes our segments. Let me share my screen here on the old FD and see if we can't put together a national tight ends week parlay. All right. So you said it. You like Knox? Should we just throw it in there?
He already hit one. So I mean, but I don't know if Kincaid's playing or not. Like for all I know, it could be.
I don't
Kincaid.
know either.
So don't bother with him. Let's go with our picks.
Okay. Well, the Jets also really bad against tight ends. Noah Fant.
So are the Bengals. So are the Bengals.
Yeah,
they both are.
I just don't trust Mason Taylor, obviously, but Fant interesting. So we can throw that one in there. Both Loveland and Andrews also interesting in this game. I would lean Andrews just because I think he's going to see more targets than Loveland, but Andrews would be a very interesting play.
You know that Cole Kmet is out there, right?
Yeah, no, that's why I said Loveland's interesting.
Okay.
I feel like if we would take one from that game, I'd rather take Andrews just because I think he sees more targets than Loveland. I mean, like Andrews.
I wouldn't take either of them, to be honest.
Really? Okay.
I'm sure one of them does, but I mean, we haven't seen Andrews doing it, and like you said, Loveland may not have the targets for it.
And the Browns and Patriots. I don't. Yeah, I mean, Henry is interesting.
Henry.
Yeah, so is Fannon's also.
We might put.
Button and Joking might be back.
No, don't touch those guys. Henry for two.
Yeah, okay, I don't know about all that, but
come on.
40.5.
Malone.
I like the under in this game too, by the way.
Lame.
Under 40.5. Take that. All right. So I do like George Kittle. But I also like Dalton Schultz. Very interesting as well. Again, got nobody.
We got Scott saying Kraft. I say Kraft over that last one you had.
Over Schultz?
Yeah.
See, like, look, we're already falling into the trap. This is what everyone's going to do, and it's going to lose. You just want to put in the popular guys. This is this is the opposite.
But it's Kraft. No, I'm just kidding. Kraft's also a sweat because it's on prime time.
Yes, this is true.
So
as well.
we'll leave that game out. We'll say that game's out. So no Jonnu either then.
Again, I think my Kyle Pitts is interesting. Just because it's the Dolphins and they stink.
Well, yeah, we should put Kyle Pitts in there because it's the Dolphins. What are we talking about?
I mean, I think
Darnell Mooney's hurt too. He's questionable again.
Yeah, now Bijan will probably
Kyle Pitts has been getting targets though. Like he's been getting a lot of targets. Let me pull this.
He has. Bijan might just get 3 touchdowns though. That would suck.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. Anything could happen.
All right, the Giants and Eagles. Dallas Goedert is always interesting.
Last time.
Also, both. I think Theo Johnson scored against the.
Both of them did. Bellinger and Theo Johnson did. If I had to go back to a Giants TD tight end, it would definitely be Theo Johnson over Bellinger.
Yeah, like that's interesting as well. We can leave it off, but that's an interesting one. Again, like look at this. We got Henry, Kittle, Pitts, and Goddard. Like I feel like a lot of people are going to.
Where are we at on odds?
62-1.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Otten. Also, I do want to just throw this out here. Juwan Johnson, or if you want to, put Taysom Hill in there as a tight end as well, you can. But both, I like both those.
I'd put Taysom Hill in instead, to be honest.
You
don't have to in this one. I'm just saying, like, if someone's going to bet it, I would bet Hill over Johnson. Johnson's also banged up. Hill's getting more involved. Kamara's banged up. He's been tending to an injury. Keandre Miller's out for the season. Like Hill's going to ramp up. They're going to get more touches to him.
Yeah, I mean, potentially as well. But obviously, you like Tyler Warren, so I threw that in. We can put Otten in there because I also like Otten. I mean, everyone loves Ferguson, right? Like, but again, like it feels like those guys are the guys that you don't want to put in these parlays.
Evan Ingram.
What's his?
Who's just the tight end for the Colts? Oh, Tyler Warren. I was like, who's the backup tight end for the Colts?
Hold on, game log. Let me look at Evan Ingram. I don't know. Well, what's his targets look like the last couple? I know he's been getting. Yeah, he's got 8 and 6, no touchdowns. He does have a touchdown against the Eagles. I mean, he's interesting as well.
Mo Ali Cox.
No. What?
You laugh. Laugh.
I do. I do laugh.
I'm gonna look it up. I bet he scored one last year too.
What tight end you want to go, Kraft?
Kraft is fine.
And then do you or do you not leave out Kelsey? Again, that feels like such a I like Kelsey, but doesn't it feel like so trappy?
It does.
Hunter Henry, George Kittle, Kyle Pitts, Dallas Goedert, Cade Otton, Tyler Warren, Evan Ingram, Tucker Kraft, Travis Kelce. $10 to pay you $59,000.
Let's ride. I'll send you $5.
Pitts over 42.5. Jamie says, by the way, Mooney is cleared to play. Who Haim says?
Okay.
Yeah, JT's 2T prop is so crazy. Who said that? Oh yeah, Who Hames? JT 2 touchdowns is only 1.07 times. That's not good. That's not good.
Do you know what week National Tight Ends Day was last year?
Isn't it week 8?
Every year?
I think it's the same week.
Okay.
Right? Am I wrong? Hold on. National Tight End. Oops. National Tight Ends Week is what week? Question mark.
Mo Ali Cox gets about a touchdown a season.
Yeah, National Tight End Week is week 8 of the NFL season.
Okay, so he hasn't had one since like 2021 then. On National Tight End Week. Not ideal. Maybe we'll pass
Not
on
ideal.
Wally Cox. Don't laugh when it is. It's going to be stupid. It's just because they're going to score 1 billion points. It's like when Sebastian was on, he was like, "Hey, Brock Wright, they're going to score a ton, right? Like the spread's 14 points. Like if they're putting up a shit ton of touchdowns, then
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Just curious, what are the odds? What are the odds for Mo Cox to score a touchdown?
Mo Cox, let's see.
Like plus 850, right? Plus 850, plus 1,000.
Oh my God, where is he? Plus 1,100. 11-1. Is he even tight end 2 on the team?
It's Drew Ogletree, but Drew Ogletree doesn't get snaps. Mo Cox does get snaps if you look at the snaps.
It's hilarious.
Mo Cox has a reception in the last 2 games. Ogletree has no production on the season. 0.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Like I can't get behind it.
What about would you be interested in like this could just be something separate we're talking about. It's not for this, but like would you be interested in like Noah Gray? If not Kelsey?
I don't know.
That's where I'm looking is like the big spreads there. They're like 12.5 point favorites.
Yeah, I mean that's true. When I look at hold on, let me go to Noah Gray's here. Like he's oh my God, he has like fucking no targets since week 2. 1, 0, 2, and 1 the last 4 games targets. Ouch.
Yeah.
Not great, and one of those he had 1 target in when they absolutely smacked the Raiders last week.
Well, who would be a good tight end that would have production that's a number 2 though? Like,
well, I don't necessarily think like when I was talking about like guys that like are interesting, like to me, like Jawan Johnson's interesting. Like he's not the tight end 2, but he's not a name brand guy that people are going to run to the window to put in their national fucking tight ends parlays. It's the Kelseys, the Crafts, the Warrens. Like I think some of those guys score. Like I think Kittle scores, and he's going to be part of those. Like I like those guys, but I think putting a parlay together of just like Kittle, Goddard, Warren, Kraft, Kelsey, somebody of that nature is not hitting. Like I just don't think that the books are going to get cooked like that. I don't know. Get in the Discord. If you're not in our Discord, sign up for the Fanspeak Degen subscription, $34.99. Come have some fun with us this week on National Tight Ends Week. I will be putting in there some parlays, some interesting ones of the non home run hitters, as we like to call them, the Kelseys, the Crafts, the Kittles. Those are all Ks. I don't know. I feel like you can't just put in a bunch of those guys, right? Like
you can't have the KKK parlay, Andrew.
Oh Lord, yeah, that's a tough one.
You said those are all Ks.
They are all Ks. But yeah, that's the it's hard to. I just don't think that like a bet like that is going to come home, especially since last year we had so many score. I don't know. Something tells me you can't just take the favorites.
I'm loving who's energy here with Austin Hooper, and then we got Jamie just as usual. You got to bet on Cox and Booty.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, of course, the Cox Booty parlay. Absolutely. Ours here, this 10 pays 5. I'll have some of these in just in case I'm wrong, but I'm definitely going to be betting on some of the non public eyes. I'm sending you $5.
Okay.
I'm making sure I'm in on this. It's gonna hit.
This one?
Hit. Yeah.
Man, I would love nothing more.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, we can we'll put this one in. Okay. Any other tight end talk that you'd like to put in?
Trying to think of a random tight end. I got nothing. Jake Tongas.
I mean, yeah, potentially. But I do like, like the Theo Johnson, the Schultz, the Otten, the Jawan Johnson. Like I like a parlay of like those guys together.
The only reason I don't like Schultz is because while the name isn't there, he still gets that highlight. Still gets that coverage. It's the only one I don't like in that.
Okay.
But that's it. I'm wrong. We're gonna win.
We're gonna win. Let's do it.
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
All righty. I think that concludes our week 8 Degen Dads. Bruni, anything else for the people before we let them get back to their lives and putting together parlays that will absolutely cash this week?
Nope. Thanks for stopping by, sickos. Take care. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Be good, be well. If you can't be good at it. We'll see you.